Comparing strings is simple, but comparing them correctly without caring about the case is where fundamentals show up. Today we will implement strcasecmp from scratch. No library shortcuts. We want to implement my strcasecmp function which accepts two character strings, and here are the rules. We need to perform case insensitive comparison and input strings are ASCII only. We need to return 0 if both strings are equal, a negative number if string s1 is lower than s2, and a positive number if string s1 is greater than s2. And we are not allowed to use any library function like strcasecmp or two lower functions. What is case insensitive comparison? It means capital A is equals to small a, capital B is equals to small b, and so on. Which means this apple string and this apple string both are same, and in this case we will return 0. We want to implement my strcasecmp function. It accepts two character pointers as arguments. So let's say we have two strings, apple and say apple, small l, capital E, and both are null terminated strings, and s1 pointer is pointing here and s2 pointer is pointing here. To compare these two strings, we'll take characters one by one from both strings, and the first step is to convert the character to lowercase. So here a is uppercase, so we'll convert it to lowercase. Here is already lowercase, so we do nothing. So now a is equals to a, we move forward. So s1 will point here, s2 will point here. Again we'll convert this to lowercase, both are lowercase, so and both are equal, so we move forward. S1 will point here and s2 will point here. Now again both are lowercase, so and both are equal, we move forward. S1 will point here and s2 will point here. Now this L is uppercase, so we'll convert it to lowercase, and then we'll compare both. Now both are equal, so we move forward. Now s1 will point here and s2 will point here. Now in this case this E is uppercase, so we'll convert it to lowercase. Then both E's are equal now, so s1 will point here and s2 will point here. And the moment we reach the null terminator character, we'll exit. So the algorithm is very simple. We take characters from both strings, convert both to lowercase first, then compare, and we will stop if characters are not matched or null terminator is hit. Before we implement this function, first we need to have a logic to convert both characters to lowercase. So let's build logic to convert a character to lowercase. Here is the ASCII table. The decimal value of uppercase A is 65 and the decimal value of lowercase a is 97, and the difference between lowercase a and uppercase a is 32. So a minus a equals to 97 minus 65 is 32, and the difference between b minus capital B is again 32, and so on. So to convert a character from uppercase to lowercase, simply we can add value 32. So if we want to convert say a from uppercase to lowercase, we can simply add a plus 32, which means we can simply write logic like this: a plus lowercase a minus a. So this will convert a character from uppercase a to lowercase a. We can leverage this logic to convert a character from uppercase to lowercase. Let's implement my toLower function. This function accepts an unsigned char as an input and returns its corresponding lowercase character. To convert character from uppercase to lowercase, first we need to ensure that this input character is a uppercase character. So let's add a proper condition. If C is greater than or equal to uppercase A and C is less than or equal to uppercase Z. So if our input character is within the range A to Z, then we know that it is a uppercase character. So in this case, we will convert it to lowercase and return. So return C plus A minus A. If the input character is not uppercase, then we will simply return the same character. So return C. So this function will convert a character from uppercase to lowercase, otherwise it will return the same character as it is. Let's use this function to build our logic. Now let's implement my strcasecmp function. Let's use two character variables to store the lowercase letters unsigned char C1, C2. Let's write the while loop to iterate through the string until we reach null terminator character. While star s1 or star s2 will iterate through the string until any one of the pointer reaches the null terminator character. So if s1 pointer reaches this null terminator character, this will become 0 and the loop will break. Similarly, if s2 reaches the null terminator character, this value will become 0 and the loop will break. Now let's convert a character to lowercase. So we have c1 equals to my to lower, and let's pass the character from first string, which is star s1, and we need to typecast it properly, unsigned char. Similarly, c2 equal to my to lower, unsigned char, star s2. So now c1 and c2 will hold the lowercase character from string 1 and string 2. Now let's compare. If c1 is not equal to c2, then we know that string is not equal. Simply will return c1 minus c2. Otherwise, we'll increment s1 pointer and s2 pointer to pick the next character from both string and compare again. Once we come out of this while loop, we know for sure that both strings are matched, because if strings are not matched, we are simply returning from here. So after this while loop, we can simply return 0, which means strings are matched. So why are we returning c1 minus c2? Put your answer in the comment section below. Now let's see the complete working code. Here is the complete working code. First we have my to lower function. This function accepts a unsigned character as an input argument and converts it to a lowercase character and returns. We have this if condition where we ensure that the input character is within the uppercase range, and if it is in the uppercase range, then we convert it to a lowercase character and simply return from here. And if input character is not a uppercase character, then we simply return the same character as it is. Here is our my strcasecmp function. It accepts two character pointers as input. We are declaring two character variables to store the lowercase letter from both strings. With this while loop, if the pointer s1 points to null terminator character, or if s2 points to the null terminator character, then we break the loop. So this while loop ensures that we iterate through the string until we reach the null terminator character in any one of the strings. In the loop, we convert a character to a lowercase character, and if both characters are not equal, then we know that the strings are not equal. Simply we'll return the difference. And we increment s1 pointer and s2 pointer to point to next character in both strings. And once we come out of this while loop, we know for sure that both strings are equal, and hence we return 0. So case insensitive comparison is not a magic. It's just a disciplined character handling. Get the fundamentals right and the rest of C gets easier.